Hello friends, colleagues, sisters and brothers. I'm making this video for several reasons. The first of which is to introduce you to a piece of software that will measure the performance of your computer hardware, commonly referred to as benchmarking. Um, Now, Cinebench, which is the one that I'm using and one of my favorite, is free. Okay, and you really can beat free. The other reason I'm making this video is because I would like to introduce you to my late 2013 27-inch iMac with an Intel i5 processor and 32 gigs of RAM. Now, I bought this iMac used around Christmas time of 2014 with the express purpose of using it for native mobile apps development in January of 2015. I was getting into mobile development as my side hustle. So for those of you who don't know what the term side hustle means, it basically means your second job or your third job or fourth job or whatever your life situation is. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's just pull up the Cinebench score for this computer. Okay, let me make sure that it gets. You can see that. Give me just a sec here to make sure that the whole thing is visible for you guys. Okay, there. So that's the score. Okay, now you can go online and compare this to other machines. Now let's compare this score of this late 2013 iMac with an Intel i5 and 32 gigs of RAM to my personally owned MacBook Pro, 2018 MacBook Pro with an i7. Okay, obviously an i7 with 6 core would beat out this machine, my iMac. But I will tell you though that as the development machine, uh, the iMac is fine. Now, by profession, for my day job, I am a JavaScript developer, web developer. But I also do Rust development, C++, Java. I also do C# on the .NET Core framework. Of course, .NET Core is open source. Okay, so you can use it on Linux or Mac. So going back to when I first bought this machine, so when I first bought the machine, it actually came with just 8 gigs of RAM. And the first thing I did was I maxed out the RAM to 32 gigs. And doing that on an iMac is very easy compared to a MacBook. There are plenty of videos and articles on the web on how to do that, so I won't belabor the point. And this iMac maxed out at 32 gigs. Okay. The other thing was that this originally came with a 7200 RPM mechanical hard drive. And if you're a developer, that's just way too slow. Okay. And so I just happened to have a 120 gig SSD laying around. So I went ahead and performed some surgery. Now, here is the big warning. Okay. Here comes the big warning to you guys. If you buy one of these used and there's still some sort of warranty on there, changing out the hard drive will void the warranty. There might be some exception to that if you take it back to the Apple Store for them to do it, but that's going to be a pretty penny. I did it myself with a hairdryer and a guitar pick. Now, the other option is to go ahead and buy one of these used with either a flash drive or an SSD drive on there already. But if you're mechanically inclined and you want to try this, just understand that you will void whatever warranty you have left. Okay, but in my case, it was worth it for me. I've always liked working with my hands, so I'm mechanically inclined, and I did it myself. But just know that it will void your warranty. Obviously, 120 gigs is not enough for a hard drive for a developer. So what I did was, because this iMac has Thunderbolt 2 ports in the back, I bought an external SSD and connected via the Thunderbolt 2 ports. Keep in mind there are some older iMacs out there that have the display ports. It's not the same. That's not the same as Thunderbolt 2. So my late 2013 has Thunderbolt 2, and I think the later one has it too. The other thing I want to mention is that the resolution for this particular iMac, 27-inch iMac, is 2560 by 1440, which in some circles referred to as 2K. And just keep it in mind that I am not getting paid by any vendor, okay? I wouldn't mind getting paid by them, but they're not paying me. You can buy this wherever you want. I don't care. From your friends, from Craigslist, whatever. But these are pretty affordable. Here's some on eBay that you can peruse through. Some of these comes already with SSD, like this one here is $1,400, and somewhat cheaper. The reason, one of the other reasons why I'm making this video is because not everybody can afford a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 system. And if you grew up poor like I did, you value the value of a dollar. And if you are a young person who are just getting into development, or if you're not so young person who have been laid off from a pipeline job or from a mining job, and you want to get into development and you want to do it on the Mac, these used iMac are certainly an option for you. And it's still, like I said earlier, it's still a very viable machine, development machine. The other thing too is that keep in mind that if you go with a late 2013, in terms of the operating system, the Mac OS Catalina will be the last version that Apple will issue. Okay, so you cannot update to Big Sur on this or any other newer operating system. You're going to be stuck with Catalina. Okay, just to keep that in mind. But it still does fine, and if you're getting into the Mac game, it's very affordable. Okay. Let's see, what else do I want to say? I think that's about it. If you are a subscriber to my channel, thank you very much for being a subscriber. If you are not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing. It won't cost you a penny. See you next time. Bye for now.